to TSL Nigeria and get updates on the go all day, every day. Subscribe to our YouTube channel on TSL Nigeria Space TV and join our online family. To TSL Nigeria and get updates on the go all day, every day. Subscribe to our YouTube channel on TSL Nigeria Space.
This is the breakfast show only on TSL Nigeria TV. Now, body positivity is a social movement rooted in the belief that all humans should have a body positive image while challenging the way the society views and presents the body. That's the physical body. In this day and age, we've seen that the popularity of this movement has helped increase and pioneer the voices and the value of this movement to help individuals be less radical but have progress in this movement. Since 1850 up till now, body positivity has been the rave of the moment. But well, a school of thought believes that lots of people are, having lots of body positivity values, putting them out there, but others, are taking it a step further to become immoral about it. This morning, my ladies, we're going to be discussing body positivity or immorality. Where do we draw the line? She had to breathe down.
The line does not exist.
There is no line.
There is no line. There is no line. First of all, I think I want to start by asking you, what is immorality?
Exactly what I wanted to ask.
Okay, why for me?
Yeah, don't be one sitting down there. I'm trying to tell everybody that what is immorality?
Immorality basically is the opposite of morality. Morality is what is right, what the society feels or what we feel should be rightly done. And so what
everybody has their perspective, everybody has their views of what is moral and immoral. So what might be decent to me might not be decent to you. So I think morality should basically be judged by individual opinion. Like, everybody has their opinion, so you can't really give a general definition of immorality, I would say.
Okay, so for me, right, this whole conversation about body positivity is something that I wouldn't say directly affects me, because for some reason I am in the size that is socially acceptable by the world. I am not plus size, so maybe it might seem like I will not struggle with a lot of things that plus size people struggle with. But I feel like body positivity is a thing that we should all really accept and embrace, and I feel like people should not call them immoral. For example, there was a period of time that there was this teacher that she was blasted on social media, and people said she was dressing like a stripper. Now, what was she wearing? She mostly wore turtleneck dresses. They were like underneath her knee and stuff like that, but they were all body fitted, and she had things all package gone. She was full. And so people were complaining that how can a teacher dress like that? But in reasoning, if we're being logical, she was wearing a turtleneck dress that was long, and they're attacking her that she looked immoral just because she is blessed in the front and in the back. So at the end of the day, you get to realize that when you say a person is dressed morally or immorally, it is just a reflection of who you are as a person. It has nothing to do with what the person is wearing. It doesn't matter. If a person like me, I'm like, I don't even know how big my boobs are, but they're not amazing, right? I can walk around without a bra and nobody will bat an eyelid. Let a full double D woman try it. It's a problem. It's the same act. Do you get?
Yeah, but it's just the
exact same act. It's the exact same thing that we're doing. And a lot of plus size people have been shamed from childhood. You see a small girl that is about 9 years old, she has a big butt, and people say, this guy was poor when he big. That is a 9-year-old child.
And that's wrong, actually. I think that for body positivity, I like the movement. Now, while I was making my research, I discovered that it started from 1850s. And then in those times where they used to wear those corsets and their waistlines used to be very tiny.
People was not breathing, my girl.
It was affecting. No, on a more serious note,
Legit, women were not
they
breathing.
were not breathing. It was affecting their organs, especially their lungs. And then they felt like the same women would still body shame them and say, if your waist is not as tiny enough, you are promiscuous. If your waist is too tiny, you are not approaching the right men. And then the movement actually started, the Victorian reform dresses, and women started advocating for, you know, women to start wearing pants so that they could have ease, you know, in their body movements, and for them to really do things that they would really do, right? And wearing all those very bold dresses and working up and down. Now, in our society, basically, the way you look, people are carried away by your physical, you know, appearance. You know, basically, if you put a pretty thick, a plus size person, you know, and a slim person, there's every tendency that everybody starts tilting towards, you know, the socially accepted figure in the society rather than the plus size. So you see, plus size people, they've gone through so much that, you know, their voices needs to be heard, and that they are supposed to have functioning brains in their head, going to comment as it be like sleepers. And this one should not overdo now why their breasts day like that. No, all women do not have perky boobs. A lot of women have something called banana breasts. As soon as they're coming out, they are pointing downward. Your breast before. They've never done. You understand? That is so. They've never done any of these things. This is just how their breasts are formed. And then they go out in the world. They can't take pictures. They can't leave their house without a bra that is choking. Bra should be illegal. They can't leave their house without a bra that is choking them. And still, they'll be castigated in real life. They'll be castigated on social media just because young men and young women of these days have refused to educate themselves. Now, there's this woman on social media. She's doing really well for herself. She's in the UK. Her name is Chidera, but she goes by the name Slumflower. Now, she goes with the movement Saggy Boobs Matter. Now, Slumflower has flat breasts, like they fall, right? And she's never had a child or anything. And she's like, she just got really tired of having to feel bad about the way her body is. So body positivity just cuts across so many different lines that we don't even talk about. We could talk about, there's this baby trending right now on social media, this really dark skinned baby. If you have seen the baby. Now, a young man that his parents sent to school posted the picture of that dark skinned baby and said that this is why we have told girls to stop smoking. Now her mother has gone to smoke. Now the smoke has made the baby dark in the womb. What do you think?
Like this, I mean, if we start talking right now, we might not ever have to stop. I mean, Nike has brought out gear for fat people to wear when they work out, and then people are attacking Nike and saying that no, you're encouraging obesity, you're encouraging this is not a healthy lifestyle. Okay, fine, it's not a healthy lifestyle. Fat people should work out. Don't they need the clothes that we wear to work out?
I think it's a good campaign on Nike's part, you know, to make clothes that are fit, because one of the challenges of plus size people are actually their clothes, and for women, their bra sizes,
especially their
bra sizes, are very hard to get in the market, and you see them, you know, either they are wearing something really small or something really big. And so the truth is, the brands, a lot of brands are taking it up at that initiative, you know, to start having plus size male materials for the plus size market, because actually the market is really big. The market is really big. If you think of investing, you should invest in plus size, because the market is out there. You would make it real quick.
Girl, let's not even focus on plus size. Let me talk about the one that will affect you, Juliet. Big shoes for tall girls. It is all part of the body positivity movement, because people believe that women should have tiny feet. Now, there was a culture sometime in China that they give women a specific kind of shoe to stunt the growth of their legs, because women are not supposed to have big feet. And even now, they're trying to find a very good shoe. You only find in small sizes, 37, 38, 36. Women with big feet exist. And they need to wear shoes. Julia, I know that because I know that you're tall.
All parts of your body cannot be perfect. Please. Okay,
calm down.
Everybody has one insecurity or the other in their body. Like you might not feel too great about your legs or your stomach or something. Everybody has insecurities. So actually saying that, yeah, people are allowed to feel this hate for a particular part of their body. It's natural. Yes, we have to encourage people to love themselves the way they have, but if we're being realistic, we won't say love your body. Yeah, that body positivity movement, I support it, I totally support it, but then it's making women who actually wants to enhance particular features of their body to now feel guilty that is it because I don't love my body? Sometimes they have genuine reasons for enhancing their bodies. Like, okay, I don't know if I should mention him. Cardi B, she had a plastic surgery, and it's affecting the way her feet swell when she's on airplanes. Yeah. So it's like I don't know why she did that. I don't know why she did the surgery or anything, but I don't feel like it's always because she's insecure about what's it called? I don't feel like she should feel guilty for doing that.
Girl, I believe that plastic surgery should be normalized in this day and time.
It's actually getting gaining lots of acceptance. It's just that the truth is, people always go overboard.
Not like you saw that Beverly Hills videos. They say a short girl should not do bomb. Now they don't want to drop.
I know the whole thing about body shaming. The truth is, human beings, we have lots of needs that we can never be satisfied. Human beings, we always have the desire to want more and more and more, and many people do not know where to stop. Now, one thing about body shaming is that it affects people a lot psychologically, because the truth is, when you see yourself in the mirror and you're seeing a certain flaw about yourself, it affects the way you think. And when you go out there and you see people affirming those fears you have in your heart about a particular part of your body, it just sticks to you and you accept it. But I think people should just start working on their mind and on your psyche, that see you're cute the way you are. The truth is, you're going to grow old. There are going to be certain changes in your body. As a woman, you're going to experience menopause. Your skin is going to shrink. Your breast is going to fall. You're going to have big tummy, but you need to love yourself the way you are, because the truth is, times would change. You would not be young forever. Nobody is. The psychological effect, it's way more than the outward effect that people usually see, or maybe people go to plastic surgeries. I'm not against plastic surgeries, because I feel that it has helped people improve their psychic a lot better. They feel better about themselves. They look into the mirror and they like what they see. Everybody wants to look into the mirror and feel like I like what I am seeing.
I feel like you will be lying to yourself if you say I love all the parts of my body. That's a very
nobody literally does.
So it's not really a crime to go for something to.
No, it's not a crime. But the way society has painted it is that there's a particular image they always look out for when they are looking at the body of a man or a woman. For the man, they're expecting to see muscle, six packs, chisel chin, cute broadened shoulders.
Like, if we're going to be frank, nobody forces men to look like that. The bulk of men have big stomachs. The bulk of men, do you understand? And those men are the ones that are expecting their women to look like Coke bottles. Excuse me, flatten your stomach first. But that's not why we are here today. I'm not going to wow, because if I start talking about this stuff, I am not going to leave here. But the long and short of this, I do not believe that body positivity equates to immorality. Yes, I see a lot of plus size women wearing smaller outfits. I've seen some nude shoots with plus size women, and and some people go, ew, so disgusting. You're promoting obesity, But the question is, if you'd seen tiny women in those suits, would you have felt offended? You wouldn't have. And if we're going to be frank, a lot of plus size people exist in the world. We cannot continue to pretend that plus size people do not exist, that it's all because of poor life choices. There are people that have hormones that make them big.
It's actually hereditary.
Do you understand? So we cannot continue to pretend that plus size people do not exist. What we can do is stop shaming them about the way they look. We cannot pretend that all women have big round boobs. Let us not shame them. We cannot pretend that all men have six packs. They have beer bellies. We know, we see them. But then when we go look at the media, we look at the people on TV, the people in movies, they all have to look like Beyonce. Real life people do not look like that. I mean, I saw Beyonce's hair recently and I almost lost my mind. Anyways, a lot of people do not look like those. And so when you see a person that is just like you, doing the things that you believe that you couldn't do, it makes you so much more comfortable in who you are. And I feel like that is what we should pursue. Let's look at this Ariel situation now. If you guys haven't heard, let me update you. Disney has cast Hailey Bailey, I can't remember her surname, as the new face of Ariel, the Little Mermaid, and racist white people are losing their minds. Now the argument is this: they're saying that Ariel in the original cartoon was white. And now they're casting a black person. And initially I was like, maybe they have a point. We're used to seeing the white Ariel. And then I saw people of color sharing in the United States speaking out. Somebody was like, first of all, in the first 70 years of Disney creating animations, they were all white princesses until Princess Tiana, that was a very black princess. So you're telling me that a couple of generations of young black girls have grown up without seeing a black princess on TV. And now Disney is trying to change this, and you're feeling offended. First of all, how do we know mermaids are even white? Have you seen one? So they don't even exist. So why can't we have a black one? If we're saying that we have to be clinically correct, they can't even cast a white person. They have to cast a real mermaid, and then they have to cast a real crab. Yes, then the fish that I was singing, they have to cast a real fish. Since are all childish. Because we can't continue to pretend that representation doesn't matter. Now we have plus-size models on the runway. We see them. We have dark-skinned girls on the runway. So black girls are feeling like, we can do it too. Lizzo was on the BET Awards. She wore this little skimpy thing, and she was throwing her bum in a circle, and she was a plus-size woman, and it was the first time I had seen that on stage. And I just thought about all the plus-size people out there that saw that video and felt like, you know what, I am not an abomination.
And I also feel that brands that actually could take up, you know, a lot of plus-size models and plus-size brand ambassadors to push for their brands. Because like I said earlier, the market is big out there, and everyday normal people, you know, have some sort of fat, we have cellulite, you know, we have body folds. And so do I have body folds? Maybe. Okay.
Don't check.
But the point is, because of the brands and because of what is being sold out there, we should have representatives. You know, we should have every kind of person. So if we're seeing a slim ambassador, we're seeing a plus size, we're seeing a middle size. You know, so that everybody knows that they fit in somewhere into the society. Because the truth is, plus size people or the big people, people that are on the big side, they feel that they are social misfits. And it's not to see a big child and say, this one where they fat like this. So
it's wrong in Nigeria.
It's wrong because, you know, their minds are being molded at that age, and it begins to crumple their self-esteem. And when they go out there, they can't do things that normal kids are doing, where either a boy or a girl, you know, they go out there, they can't express, they can't talk, because the next thing everybody will say is fatty bom bom, see belly. You know, those are mind. I mean, if we're going to be frank,
Biggie is not anybody's name. You see so many children called Biggie. How do you maybe feel about being called Biggie?
And you know, when they grow up, you know, they begin to have a lot of issues, and you are asking yourself what went wrong. And when you begin to see these kids talking as adults, you know, and begin to have therapeutic sections with them, you discover that it was as a result of how the society has put them, that they don't belong anywhere. And so when we have brands